faster than normal swimming, bridge twice as fast, collect more diamonds, and even instantly mine all crops? Here are 40 Minecraft tips and tricks that'll make your life so much easier. If you want to find the most diamonds in your world, one of the fastest and safest ways is with strip mining. Underground, the further down you go, the more diamonds you'll find. So most people will tell you to mine at Y-59. However, at this level, you'll run into a lot of lava pools and lava lakes. Instead, you should mine at Y level -53 so you make it over top of those lava lakes. Although if you prefer mining in caves rather than strip mining, you're no stranger to 1 or 2 patches of diamonds. You think you see a lot and you end up with almost nothing. And this is because diamonds have something called reduced air exposure, meaning you'll find smaller patches of diamonds when caving as opposed to strip mining. However, this does not apply to underwater caves. So if you love caving, this is the most efficient way for you to find a ton of diamonds. Super speed! If you've ever traded with a villager, you know how tedious it can be to trade lots of items with them, having to move your mouse all the way from your inventory to this slot up here. Man, your life is so hard. Instead, in Java Edition, after clicking the trade and shift-clicking the item to your inventory, all you need to do is hit the spacebar and it'll automatically reload the trade, allowing you to trade at super speed. Man, this could have saved me so much time. Did you know the Frostwalker enchantment is actually super good in the Nether? Now I hear you asking, but Blaze, there's no water in the Nether. How can it be useful? Frostwalker temporarily turns any water you walk on into ice. However, most people don't know that it also stops you from taking any damage on magma blocks. So you no longer have to crouch walk so slowly every time you see these things. You can just walk right over top of them. Something just as cool as that is the ability to take no damage when a creeper explodes. Well, kind of. If you don't have blast protection or a shield and a creeper is about to blow up right beside you, all you have to do is place any block between the two of you and you won't take more than half a heart of damage. The bullseye achievement comes from hitting a target block with an arrow from at least 30 blocks away. The only problem, you suck with arrows, but don't worry, there are 2 ways you can easily get this achievement. The first is by throwing an ender pearl and right before it lands, fire a rocket. You'll be far enough away and it'll count towards the advancement. The other way is by shooting an arrow on a trap door over top of the target block and then using redstone from at least 30 blocks away to flick the trap door up. The arrow falls and you get the advancement. You little cheater. Have you ever been walking around and seen this weird glitched floating sand? Well, there's actually a way to use this as a design in your own world. This stuff will fall on you if you touch it, but in your world, if you simply place a piece of string below the sand, gravel or concrete powder, it now looks like it's floating in the air. This can be used for a lot of really cool builds. Pretty cool. No, please help me. Oh. Thank you. If you're trying to get lots of wither skeleton skulls, instead of fighting them the normal way, you can place some blocks 3 blocks high, and since wither skeletons are 3 blocks tall, they won't be able to fit underneath. This is even more convenient if you find one of these cross sections. You now have a safe little box where you can get infinite skulls. You could also click the link up here right now and build an overpowered wither skeleton farm in Bedrock Edition. It takes a lot of work, but it's super overpowered and gives you more skulls than you could ever use. Are you really still going exploring with potions? As helpful as they can be, they take up a ton of inventory space and are super annoying to craft. If you want easy potion effects without a crowded inventory, you can shoot yourself with an arrow with that potion effect, which might be a little more painful, but is way more convenient when it comes to inventory space. This is super useful while caving to get night vision or in the nether to protect yourself against the lava. Now, while you're in the nether, grab yourself a single bucket of lava because this guy is the key to infinite fuel in Minecraft. Most of you know about this thing, which drips lava through a dripstone into a cauldron. But this is so slow. Instead, you can go to a savanna or a desert, anywhere that a sponge dries quickly, and set up a small contraption like this. Whenever the water is dried over this cauldron, the lava instantly fills up, giving you infinite lava super quickly. If you want to know how to build this, we have a great tutorial in this video up here. This is how we trade with piglins in Java Edition, but in Bedrock, it's pretty insane. To do this, all you need to do is place 2 observers facing each other like this, and then place a sticky piston with a gold block on it. For some reason, Bugrock will start to go crazy and allow the piglins to trade at super speed. You can trade an entire stack of gold in 15 seconds. If you've ever built a farm in Minecraft, you know the struggle of needing to use a hopper minecart to collect the items through the blocks. It's tedious and super unnecessary. Instead, you can use mud, which if a hopper is placed underneath, can have any item pass right through it, into the hopper and into the chest. It's cheaper, easier, and way more convenient. Oh my god! This has to be the most annoying thing that you can see in the game. Like, what am I supposed to do now? Instead of constantly running into this problem, here's how to prevent it. Don't put every book that you have onto your item. Instead, combine the books with each other before putting it on. As well, if you're going for the best possible thing, don't combine books onto each other, as this will likely give you the too expensive message. Instead, trade with a villager to get the max level book, combine those, and then add it onto your item. If you're still collecting mob loot like this, you're stupid, because this farm is so overpowered. It takes like 30 minutes to set up, is super easily expandable, and will give you more XP and mob loot than you'll ever need. Okay, maybe this isn't a cool trick, but I 100% recommend clicking the link up here and building this farm because it's so useful. And speaking of farms, if you're big into building them, you know the struggle of making a whole farm just to get no spawns. But if you take those farms and either build them over top of the ocean or 100 blocks in the air, the mobs on the ground won't slow down the rates, giving you way more drops. This applies to almost every farm in the game and is definitely worth the extra effort. Are you really still harvesting crops like this, or making an automatic crop farm? If you instead build your crop farm underground with a redstone lamp for light, all you need to do once they're fully grown is flick this lever, the light goes off, and by breaking one crop, they all break at the exact same time. It's much easier and more efficient than any other crop farming method. And speaking of efficiency, growing a bunch of crops together like this isn't actually the fastest, since in the game's code, if you grow different crops next to each other, they actually grow faster. We see this in villages all the time, with multiple crops at each one of these farms. Maybe these guys aren't as dumb as we think. Now, with all of those crops, you're gonna have a ton of extra seeds. Instead of chucking them into a bunch of chests or burning them, you can use a composter to get a bunch of bone meal. But this is boring, since you have to stand here and do all the work yourself. Instead, place a chest, hopper, and then the composter with another hopper and chest below it. Now, all you need to do is put your seeds in here, they'll automatically go into the composter, get turned into bone meal, and you can easily grab it all whenever you want. Your shield is so boring. For most of us players, we have one of these on us at all times, but the only problem is they're so ugly, a brown and gray rectangle that you see at all times. Instead, take your favorite banner and chuck it into a crafting table with the shield, and you now have 100% control over what your shield looks like. And you can make it whatever you want. While you're making your banner, let's say you use the wrong color or the wrong design. Instead of getting rid of the banner completely, there's a really cool trick you can use to undo the last thing you just did. All you need is a cauldron with some water, and when you right-click it while holding the banner, it'll undo the design you just did, and this will continue until it's back to the original color. Man, there's so many cool features in Minecraft I just didn't know about. If you're like me and you play a ton of creative, then you're no stranger to this super slow flying speed when you're trying to go really far. The truth is though, there's no reason you should ever travel this way, because in Java Edition, if you go into spectator mode, you can use the scroll wheel to go super fast. So not only can you travel through blocks, but you can also fly at over 10 times the speed of normal creative. The same feature also allows you to fly super slow, although I'm not sure why you would ever need this. Wood! Wood is one of the most important things in all of Minecraft, and yet we never have enough of it. The farms are complicated or they suck, and mining trees takes so long. The most efficient way to gather wood is by placing 4 jungle or spruce saplings like this and waiting for it to grow a huge tree. Then to break it down, you can take an axe and staircase yourself all the way to the top and then stand here and break straight down. The whole process only takes a few minutes and gives you several stacks of logs. This is also really helpful if you turn it into sticks and get a ton of emeralds from villagers. Did you know there's a built-in auto clicker in Minecraft Java Edition? Well, kind of. Instead of downloading an auto clicker onto your device and having to set it up every time, if you hold down the break button and then reload your resource packs by clicking F3 and T, this will trick your game into thinking you're still clicking, and it'll keep going until you click another key on your keyboard. If you're falling from a high place, but you're stupid and don't have a water bucket, you can save yourself with quite a few different things. If you have a boat, you can spam click, place it down, and quickly get into it before you hit the ground. Instead of water, if you have a bucket of powdered snow, you can MLG like this as well. And if you're a real professional, take a ladder or a vine and place it on the side of a block as you're falling down. Although this one is really difficult. Let me know down below what I missed, because this is all that I could think of. Have you ever gotten one of the worst trades in existence, all because you killed their brother right beside them? To prevent this from happening, instead of killing the villagers yourself, you can light them on fire or use a lava bucket. This way, the other villagers don't think you were the one who killed their brother, brother, and you get to keep the normal price trades. Are you tired of bridging slowly? Well, there's actually a way to bridge faster in Minecraft, and no, it's not with speed bridging. I know you're too bad for that. Instead of bridging backwards like most people do, if you turn your character 45 degrees, you're able to bridge much more efficiently. That is, unless you play on Bedrock Edition, then you can just use straight hacks to bridge the fastest. As well, have you ever been making a super long bridge and you're always scared that your finger's gonna slip off the crouch key? An easy hack to fix this is simply by going into your settings and changing crouch to toggle. That way you only have to press it once and you're safe forever. Diamonds! Diamonds can be super annoying to find, and to get a full set of diamond gear costs 35 diamonds. That can take hours to get. If you're like me and you don't feel like going mining, there's actually a much easier way to get enchanted diamond armor and tools for super cheap. And all you need are a couple of these guys right here. If you have a toolsmith villager with a smithing table, an armorer villager with a blast furnace, and you level them up to master, you now have infinite already enchanted diamond gear.